What's up, everyone? We finally got issue number 3 of Aliens vs. Avengers. It's been a few months, but here we go. Let's continue the story. Yet another universe, yet another time. We see a few men aboard an alien ship, and they start unloading the cargo, which are canisters that contain the black goo pathogen. And from another location, we see what looks like engineers. They witness what is happening on this world. They run off to another section of their ship. The other room we see them in is where they start to put on their spacesuits. We then see the aftermath of what happened down below. The 3 men are androids, and they seem to be glorifying what they just did. The engineers we saw earlier would then show up and attack the androids. The engineers were much stronger, and in the end, they would rip the head off one of them. They would then take control of a ship and take off, heading towards another destination. We are then taken to Mars, home of the mutant diaspora. Aboard the ship, the crew were trying to ping someone, but so far, no response on any channel. But things are now worse. During takeoff, one of the platform moorings collapsed and damaged the expansion drives beyond repair. They only have 2 options now: set down and barter, or borrow mutant tech to replace it, and so they go down. They would enter a spaceport, which used to be extremely busy, but that was like 7 years ago, and so they search the facility for the technology they need. The chair that Mr. Stark is using to get around, it's not just a chair, it's also the Iron Man suit. Then over at the Bar Sinister, some men have discovered something. One of them says, "It's undeniable, it's irrefutable, it's glorious, it's perfection." As we see, they found an alien facehugger. This creature is the starting point of a universal extinction machine, while also, quite perfectly, a historical container for the genetic remnants of each of its hosts. He considers this cycle the end for the host, but also there forever. It is the ideal representation of all we have learned about society. We are born in pain, consume everything, and leave nothing but annihilation in our wake. As Mr. Sinister is giving his speech on how they should all embrace and revel in this new species, he is interrupted by one of his men, who explains that a massive ship just landed and they have visitors. As our heroes explore the land, Iron Man's suit is used to scan the area for heat and movements. They pick up something near the city square and head for that location. When our heroes meet up with Mr. Sinister, Iron Man would ask, "Where is everyone? What have you done?" And Mr. Sinister would admit to doing something, but he also mentions how wrong they were about mutants being the singular, dominant species in the solar system. We then get a glimpse of what happened to the people that used to be here. Mr. Sinister created a weapon that shoots out facehuggers. He unleashed an attack on the humans here. There was an alert from the ship. It's coded distress. Iron Man would patch into the system and see footage of what Mr. Sinister did. He would adapt, overcome, and always side with the winners. We then see aliens surround our heroes. A battle commences as the aliens outnumber the heroes. They fight back and try to get back to the ship. Tony would get jumped from an alien as Miles rushes in to help him. But then Carol gets overwhelmed by aliens and acid splashes onto her, but she's still alive. There's too many aliens, so they push back to the ship. When she wakes up, she is told that they're about 50 clicks from the spaceport they landed at. As they escaped, the aliens were still fighting against Spider-Man and Stark. About an hour later, the ship they came in went up in a fireball. This small group is all that's left of humans and mutant survivors. But what about Mr. Sinister? Why don't the aliens go after him? It's possible that Mr. Sinister had manipulated his genetic code. They found one of them carrying an alien egg around in the chest. It's possible that he somehow messed with the incubation cycle or prolonged it. Carol wants to go back to see if Tony and Miles are still alive, but it's too dangerous to go alone. Carol made a promise to never leave anyone behind, but a week ago, while escaping Earth. She did leave someone behind, and now she vows to never do it again. The next day, the team returns to the site where the others were left behind. As they look around, they find Tony's body. He succumbed to a facehugger. Then they hear something. They look up in the sky, and it's the Wakanda forces. They have returned. And that is the end of the third issue of Aliens vs. Avengers.